I just always am looking like this.
And me, I just have like a roll. It's all good though.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Brilliance. I'm Ashtyn.
And I'm Danielle.
And before we get into today's topic, we have a couple really exciting announcements for you guys. So starting off, number one, we have dropped 2 new tweezers. Okay, we have a 45-degree isolation tweezer called the Bella, named after me, obviously, because who else would it be named after? And then the, 90-degree boo?
Yeah.
Yes, and these 2 tweezers have been super highly requested. I actually have also been requesting them. These are my favorite tweezers.
We basically molded the line to Ashtyn because we were the tweezer line was missing some variants, and it is true. Specifically that 45-degree isolation tweezer, we've had so many people say that they loved this specific tweezer, but the place that they bought it from is discontinued.
Yes.
So we brought it back. Also, if you're watching this podcast and you're listening to this podcast, we're going to throw the YouTube discount on the screen as far as go shopping. Go get yourself these new tweezers.
Go shopping. As well as tweezers, we also would like to announce and invite you all to our brand new community.
The Brilliant Insiders. So there's a free tier. Come on in. You can join us where we have weekly discussions. There are some free courses inside that can help product knowledge, lash foundations. We have a retention course, but really the community is super valuable because I love connecting with new lash artists, business owners. I love how I've gotten rid of all of the unnecessary relationships in my life, and I'm welcoming in new relationships with other like-minded ladies. And
the best part about this community is that you have free access to us at all times and so many other like-minded artists that are in the community as well. And if you have any questions about literally anything, there are so many people in there who can help you, and it's really just like helping us all grow and like gain a community, because I feel like the beauty industry can be very isolating feeling, especially if you're like not in a salon setting. So come join, be part of our community, make a new friend.
Yes, we are actually up to 33 members. Super exciting, super fresh. So come make that number higher. Also, we do have a paid tier. So for $22 a month, you have access to our live calls. So once a week, Ashtyn and or I go live with a topic that we're teaching, and we're open for Q&A. So we have the happy hour on Wednesdays. These times could change. I don't know when, if you're listening to this, but we are here, Ashtyn and I together, every other Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then on the opposite weeks, I'm taking a call on the evenings of Wednesdays where it's just Ask Danielle. I'm always wanting to make myself available to new students or people opening a salon. I've gone through every stage of the business, and so I like to make myself available with reason for people who might have questions or need something on the way. So for $22 a month, you're getting so much added value, and then you can also have access to the library of recorded calls as well. So if you're, catching this podcast way after the fact, we may have a huge library of useful information in there.
In the circle, we also have lots of content ideas. So I know that I give you guys content calendars, but in the circle, I am literally giving you week by week literal links to videos that you're just going to recreate.
Yeah.
So again, making your life so much easier. There's so many big, exciting perks that come into this community, both of them. So
yeah, that's what I didn't mention, is that you also have access to the vault, where Ashtyn adds quite literally direct inspirational posts of copy this. Because Ashtyn and I, we batch our content. Ashtyn finds inspiration for us, what we want to create, and we just literally film it all in one day, which we're going to do later today. And if you want to join that and just see what we're doing, come on into the vault. So with that, go.
That being said, let's get into today's actual topic.
So while we are still building our, interview list, because we do want to bring some guests onto our podcast, this is going to be an important topic that I would like to cover, because we have a newer lash artist in the salon right now, and this, I feel like, is a common thing that comes up that I am excited to dive deeper into. But whether or not you're just starting your lash journey, I think this happens to artists in other seasons of their life. Like maybe someone is just experiencing a slow season, or you took some time off and you're coming back, or you just have room on your schedule. I think there is underrated steps you can take to help fill your books back up. And so I wanted to make this little chit chat to kind of like dive into some ideas of things that you can do, maybe that you're not capitalizing on right now. And one thing that this is just like a tried and true thing that the salons have done for many, many years is create a referral system. So whether you make business cards and it says your referral discount on it, or you just verbally say it or have it on your Instagram, I think it's rewarding your current customers or friends with a discount if they refer a friend. So what we had done in the past is, if you refer someone, you get $20 off your next appointment and they get $20 off. Like give 20, get 20. I mean, why not? Who doesn't want a little bit of incentive of sending a friend in? So having a refer a friend option is really useful. And then also cross-referring with other professionals. So I've noticed a super cute trend going around that I was just telling Ashtyn. People are posting forms of payment that I take other than cash, like as a professional. And you can list massages, nails, hair, like car washes. I mean, whatever, if you want to trade your services, that's a super cute way to post that on social media. But actually, realistically, you can also just reach out to people local in your community, trade with a personal trainer, trade with a nail artist, find somebody who wants to trade with you. Because if you're trading and you're building a relationship with this professional, it's very likely that they're going to talk highly of you to their network as well. So someone that you're trading with could send you 10 people right there. Another idea that you may not be considering is you can create a Google business profile. Why that helps is, some people are searching social media, some people are searching Google. So are you coming up on Google? If someone is saying lash artist near me, are you coming up? A way that you could come up is you could put yourself on Google business profile.
That's also something that I've noticed when I've looked at our Apple Maps, to get here or whatever. I will see Garnet Lash, but then I'll also see Beauty March by Jess on the map right here. So yeah. She has her business located here, so it pops up on maps as this is her.
Yeah, because we're in an interesting situation. Garnet Lash is established, it's been here, it's on the maps everywhere. So sometimes people reach out through Garnet Lash, and we have our own unique system of distributing leads, but you can get clients that come straight to you if you also register your business at the address that you're working at, and that's just layers. So since there's so many people who work here, sure, we can have 10 businesses at the same address. That's totally fine. And that just goes, it's a step for you to do, and it's a step for you to maintain, because sometimes these additional listings do require that you sign on occasionally and make sure they're up to date or features aren't broken, but it is another way to get noticed or found by your local community. Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, I think this should be obvious, but you really should have really great before and after transitional portfolio work. Because sure, even if you're just beginning and you're not confident, let's be real, you need to show people what you are capable of. Actually, another whole tactic in itself is doing a model call, which is whatever you can post in Facebook groups, or you can go within the community like I mentioned earlier, is finding other professionals, but saying, I'm doing a model call, here's my usual rate, but for this much money, here's what I need in exchange. A Google review, a Yelp review, a shout out on your social media, but most importantly, really, really good before and after photos. And sometimes that requires a little extra time. You could tell somebody bring some makeup, have them maybe touch up their makeup before your after photos. Yeah. Do a lot of not only photos, but videos, which is actually a topic that Ashtyn and I are going to dive into in the Circle live in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about how to get really good video content, because I don't know if you've seen Ashtyn's work. It's so good online, but it's also her technique in capturing it. So your work has to be good, but if you have awful photos or awful videos, that's going to take away from the work that you do. So we're going to dive in a lesson on that in 2 weeks in the circle, so you're not going to want to miss it. But regardless, like, your work needs to be evident online, because if someone's shopping around for a service, they're going to want to see what you can do.
And even if you're already like a seasoned lash artist, like me, for example, I've been lashing for 3.5 years now. I will still like randomly be like, I need more lash content, because I'm really bad at taking lash content with my like regular clients. I feel like when you have a regular client, it's hard to like remember to do it, because you're vibing, you know? And so like there will be times where I'll be like, oh my gosh, wait, I need more lash content. Nobody knows that I still do lashes at this point. And so then that's when I'll be like, hey guys, model call. And then I pick and choose, and then I just take content off of them.
Yeah. And if you are seasoned, like you said, for me, for example, I don't take new clients at all.
Yeah.
So like, I don't get pictures because I never think about it. But recently I was like, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some of my favorites who I know are going to be excited to participate. And I'm going to set some extra time, because usually I book myself back to back. And I'm going to say, hey, like, Stacy, can I do some like fun afters of you, and like maybe make sure your hair and your makeup looks good? Because sometimes clients are like, oh, you're going to put me on social media. You know, let them know you can get pretty. And like set yourself up to maybe next week, you know, put that goal in your mind. You know what? I'm going to ask some of my regulars if it's okay if I take some extra photos and videos of them after their appointment.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's even worse when you're seasoned, because I have plenty of girlfriends who don't take and post anything ever. And they admit they don't even have any pictures. But again, confidence in the content is important. And I think that's what people are missing too, is like their strategy, knowing what angles they need to take, what lighting, you know, how, like all of the aspects of it. So we'll go ahead and dive deep with that in the circle.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make this for, you know, some of our newer artists, because, you know, as a salon owner, traditionally I took a lot of responsibility for everybody's success. But now that we're booth rental, I can only do so much.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, me and Danielle both, we've literally grown our clientele from the ground up in 2 different locations twice, literally 2 times. Like, if we can do it, you can do it. Don't give up. Like, it'll come.
Yeah. Yeah. I think having a positive attitude, that sounds crazy, but if you're constantly second guessing yourself, or you're focusing on the lack, sometimes that's what the universe gives you too. So you kind of have to just like,
You have to think positively about life.
in general.
It's a mindset.
And track your cycle.
Okay, I'm
Side
so
note.
over this tracking cycle thing.
If you want to learn about tracking cycles, DM me.
With Danielle.
With Danielle Ray. Well, thanks for being here. Don't forget, you are brilliant. Bye.